So, good morning, everyone. So today we will be continuing from where Omolola stopped last week. We'll continue from where Omolola stopped last week. So she took us through Powerapps and the various icons and functions. Yeah, the basic control objects here. Took us through the basic control objects. So I'll be sharing my screen. So I'll just quickly take a recap, then we'll continue today. So please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, you can.
Okay. So this is Powerapps. So last week we talked about the basic control object. So she took us through file, the home, the navigation is at the top though, the file, home, the insert icon, the view, action, settings. So so these are most of the items you would see on your insert. You'll see a new screen. So she took us through how to add a new screen. She added a label. So this is a label. This is a text label. Then she added button. This is a button here. Then we have text. So if you want to, you have different text options. So you have your label, you have your text input, HTML, rich text editor, and your pen input. So if you look at my screen, you will see that, let's play this. You see we have our text input, we have the HTML. Then we have the pen input. Yeah. So she also showed us how to insert media icons. So your image, camera, and all that. So these are your media objects. So if you want to insert your image, you can just click on image. So this is what you get. Then when you click on camera, you get the camera too. This is your barcode scanner, your video, your add picture, your PDF viewer, your record audio, and many other things. So she also showed us the chart, how to insert our chart. So we have a column chart, the line chart, pie chart, and the Power BI tab. Then also how to add icons. So you see you have your icons here. So these things are icons. This is your save icon, this is your search icon, this is your plus icon, and we have many other icons. So if you need anyone, you can just search through your icons and you find them. Then this is custom new components. So she didn't take us how to do this, but we'll talk about this later on in the class. Then we have the AI builder and mixed reality. We didn't talk about these ones too. So we have the view. She went onto the view screen where you see your data source. So if you want to add the data source, this is where you come to add your data source. If you want to also add media, you can come here to add your media. You can create your collections under your view navigation tab. Then variables and advanced. Then we have actions. So actions is when you want to create a collection. And if you want your button to go to your Power Automate, you can do that here too, under actions. If you want to remove some items from your collection, you can remove from here. So your action is basically more for your navigation and for your collections. Then we have settings. So settings is where you can change the icon of your app. So you can just click here and change the name, change your app icon, and it's just a general settings basically. So today we are going to be using most of these items she taught us. Most of these items she taught us to maybe create a very simple app. So it's going to be a biodata app. So we'll do something like this. Yeah. So we'll create a login screen and we'll create a logout screen. So once you click on the login, this is what you see. Once you fill your form and submit, you should be seeing a success screen. Then if you log out, it will take you to a logout screen. You have successfully logged out. Then you can go back to the home page. So this is what we are going to do today. But first off, we are going to be creating a SharePoint list. So in order to do that, we'll go to our SharePoint site. So if you have a developer's account, when you sign into your Office 365, you can just scroll to the icon, through the icons here, or you either click this to get all the apps you have, or you scroll down here. So, but we are going to be going to, sorry. So if you sign into your office.com portal, you would click on SharePoint. Once you click on SharePoint, you will see a communication site. You can just select it. So it leads you to your SharePoint site. So for us to create a list, we'll click on the site settings icon, the settings icon at the top on the left. Yeah. Then you see site content. Select it. When you select it, a new page appears. So this is where you create your list. So we are using our SharePoint as our data source this time. I think earlier on, Victoria told us about our data sources. So we have Excel, we have SharePoint. There are so many other ones you can use too. So, but our main focus for this program is going to be our SharePoint site. Our SharePoint site. So once you get to this page, you see the new icon at the top here on the ribbon. So select new, then you see items, you see your list, page, document, library, and app. So you select list since you are creating a list. So we'll be creating a blank list. So the name of our list will just be, let's just say biodata. Yeah. So we don't want it to show on the site navigation, but if you want it to show on the site navigation, you can check this box, but I'm going to uncheck it. Then click create. So once you click create your list, you've created your list. So you see we have a biodata list, and then we have default columns. So we have your title column and we have your add column. So your title column is going to be default. So you can't remove this. The only thing you can do about this is you either rename your title column or you hide it. So, but what we'll be doing today is rename. We'll just rename, and let's just call it. We'll say rename. So in order to rename, you click on this drop down arrow, scroll down to column settings, select rename, and you change the name of the column from title.
Sorry, please. We're trying to follow you from my end. It seems you're so fast, please.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. So where are you at now?
I just signed in my Office 365 account.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were going to just like watch the video later on, but okay. So what we'll do now, I will just quickly wait for you to log in. So we'll continue.
I have already.
So have you selected your SharePoint? Hello.
Hello. It's like I don't have access to SharePoint.
No, if you created this yourself, you should have access to SharePoint.
Okay.
Hello, Taylor, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So the account you're logging in, what account is it, please?
I used my Outlook account.
No. So the account that we created that day is the account you're supposed to use.
Okay. Okay, I should log in through the account I use for my domain. I should log into my Office 365 with that account.
Yes, so you go to office.com and you log in
Mm.
with the account that has dot on Microsoft.com.
Oh, thank you. So that's what I'll do now. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. So Taylor, should I continue? And then when you log in, we'll just do a recap.
Yeah, you can continue. I just wanted to be sure.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so we are going to rename our title. We're going to rename our title column to, let's just say ID. Let's say staff ID. Staff ID. So we save it. Yeah. So we are going to also create other columns. So our first column would be a single line of text column. So once you click add column, you get this list of column types. So the first one is going to be name. So we'll use single line of, no, sorry, use person as the name. So just type in name under the name and then save it. Please mute your mic if you're not saying anything. So the second column is going to be the phone number. So we'll use single line of text for that too. And then save. Then third will be email. Sorry, single line of text too. Then save. So the fourth is going to be gender. So for gender, we have male and female. So we're going to be using a choice column type. So this is gender. So we have a choice. Our type is choice. And then you see we have choice 1, choice 2, choice 3. Since for our gender we have just male and female, we can like to just remove the third choice and then rename, double click on choice 1 to say to type male, and then double click on choice 2 to type female. And then we have this default value. You say none, you don't want to put anything there, so it's just going to be none. Then save it. So that once you are filling your form, you can just select male or female for your gender. So we have the next one is our date of birth. It's going to be date and time column type. So we have date of birth. So just save. That's all. Then the next would be, let's say, occupation, to the single line of text. Sorry, I don't know why I typed that. Occupation. Yeah. Next would be address. So for address, you are going to need multiple lines of text because our address are usually long and it's not just a line. So we use multiple line of text for address. And we save this. So the main aim of this is so that we'll be able to work with our data source and
Please,
Powerapps.
sorry, I've actually logged into my portal. So
Okay, so can you see SharePoint by the side?
yes, I've clicked on it.
So okay. So when you click on, so I'm going to quickly take a recap now so that you would be on the same page. So can you see this screen, like on your end, your communication site?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you see a communication site, the first thing you do is to go to your settings icon at the top or on the right of your screen.
Okay.
So once you click it, you'll see site content. Select it.
What I'm seeing is create site, create new posts. Then I'm seeing home. Then I'm seeing my site. This is my first time working on this thing, so
Okay,
there's not.
sorry. Can you share your screen, please?
Okay, I'm coming. Let me share my screen. Mm. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you to share your screen. I can't see your screen.
Hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'll share my screen now. I just did.
Okay, it's coming up. Okay. Oh, okay. You don't have a site yet. So just create one site. Click create site. So select communication site. Then you can give your site a name. So let's say training. No, yeah, should we use training? Textiles training or something. No, it's style. STY.
Let me just call it textile.
Yeah, no problem. It's fine too. So once you do that, I think you scroll down. Okay, your language is English already. So finish, yeah. Okay, so this is it. No, you don't need to design now. You can do that later. Okay, so go to your site, your settings icon at the top there. On the right. No, on the right. Close to 80. Yeah. So you see site content. So you click new. Then you see list. So we're creating a blank list. So name of your list should be biodata.
Abby?
Yes, yes. No, you can uncheck so it doesn't show in your site navigation. But if you want it to show in your site navigation, you can leave it.
Sorry, what does it mean by showing your site navigation?
So it's going to show by the side. So you see where this your home thing, where your home icon is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it should show somewhere there, but it will show around this side.
Okay.
So yeah, so you can easily access it, but if you don't want it, it's not compulsory.
Okay. Thank you. So I'll press
Yes.
create.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are here now. So you can just close this next step, then I would share my screen and show you what I've created so far.
All right. Let me stop sharing my screen then. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Quick explanation.
Okay, so can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So okay. So this is where we are. So we created a few columns, or we've created a few columns so far. I'm going to quickly do a recap. So you know that column where you see your title. Okay, I won't say it again because I just renamed mine. So what you just do is just add a new column. So you see your add column, the icon here, this plus add column icon. Can you see it on your screen? So once you click on it, you would select single line of text, or you will see like a list of column types. So you select single line of text so that you'll be able to create your staff ID. Hello, Ade Tele.
Yeah, yes, I'm with you. I got it. I'm with you.
Oh, okay. So I just really wanted to confirm. So most of the columns we are going to be creating, or we are creating today, is going to be single line of text. Yeah. So I will just scroll back so you would see the ones you should create now. So we have your staff ID, we have name, we have phone number, email, gender, date of birth, occupation, address. So for the first 1, 2, 3, 4, they are single line of text. Then for gender, use your choice. Use the choice column type. Date of birth, you use your date and time. Then for occupation, use single line of text. So I think I should list this thing out so that you'd be able to just create them. So let me quickly create the remaining 2 columns. So I'll wait for you to create yours. So the next is our marital status.
Sorry, for address, are we going to use a single line of text also?
No, for address, use multiple line of text. No, multiple lines of text.
Sorry, I want to get you. For staff ID, you use single line of text. For
Yes.
name, you use single line. For phone
No,
number,
for name, you use person. Sorry, I always forget that. For name, you
person.
use person, yes.
Okay. For numbers,
Phone
you
number, you use single line of text.
for email, single line. For
Yeah.
gender, you
You
use
use
choice.
choice. Yeah.
Then
And then
for
in your
date of
choice, sorry, in your choice, you would have to rename it. So if you select choice, you will have choice 1, choice 2, choice 3. So since it's gender, male and female, you can just double click on choice 1 and rename it to female to male. Then you double click on choice 2 for female. Then choice 3, you can remove it. You
okay.
understand?
All right, I'll do that now. Then for occupation,
Yeah.
use single line of text. Then address.
Yeah. Your multiple
I
lines
didn't
of
get.
text. Multiple lines
Okay.
of text.
All right,
So
got that.
we have marital status. So it's going to be choice. So we have your single, married. Yeah, single or married. Then nationality, it will be single line of text. So I'll just quickly create them now. So for marital status, it's going to be choice. So we have single. So save this. So the last but not the least is going to be nationality. But we'll use single line of text since we don't have so much time to start listing all the countries we have. So save. So we are done with creating our SharePoint list. So after this, we'll go to our Powerapps. Ade Tele or Tele Ade, sorry.
Create this thing. I'm trying to create my list.
Okay. So I'll give you 2 minutes. Then we'll continue to the next stage, because after this we are just going to focus on Powerapps.
I'm sorry, please. For phone number, it's going to be it's going to be a single line of text.
Yes, please. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to log into Powerapps now. Okay. So so are you almost done?
I'm almost done.
Okay. So after that though, after creating your SharePoint list, we are going back to Powerapps. So in order to access your Powerapps, you can just type makethepowerapps.com on your tab, or in your office.com page, or on your office.com page, you can select Powerapps, office.com. Yeah. You can scroll down to select Powerapps. This is Power Automate, so this is Powerapps. So these are the two ways to log into your Powerapps. So once you're on your Powerapps page, just click on Create by the left navigation and select Canvas app from blank. Then you give it your app a name. So and just use textile as your data. Then create. So once you click create, this is the screen that appears. You will see your tree view, you will see your designer screen as your canvas, and then you see your properties pane by the left, or by the right, sorry. So when you see add an item from insert pane or connect to data. So last week, Amolola took us through how to insert a label, like how to create a header for your screen. So in order to do that, you can just click on the insert at the top navigation and select label. Once you do that, you'll see text and you see a box, a text inside the box. Then you can expand it. So you'll have your header. So whatever size you want. So this is the size I want. So we can also rename the text. So I'm going to rename the text. Instead of it to show text, it's going to show biodata. You see that it's in small letters. No, not small letters, sorry. It's in caps lock, but it's very tiny. So it's not bold enough or visible enough. So you come back to your home tab here, change the size, the font size. So I'm going to use 28, so it's bigger. 28 is too big, let's use 24. Then you see this big B, click on the drop down, make it select semi-bold, so it's semi-bold, so you see, you can see it now. Then you have your italic, you have underline, but we don't need those ones today. Then we have our color, it's black, so we'll still leave it as that. Then we have the align. So we don't want it to be at the left, we want it to be in center. You select center and you see it comes to the center. Sorry. So we want to fill this space so it has a color. So you see the color is white for now. So we're going to change it to, let's use this color. Yeah. So we have biodata and we have this color. So we want to change the color of our text. So let's change it to white so it's more visible. Yeah. So when you play this, you see that your biodata is showing. So after that, we want to insert our data source. So in order to do that, you go back to your insert. So last week, Omolola showed us how to insert here, how to insert our gallery, data table, and forms. So today we're going to be inserting a form. And then there are two types of forms. We have your edit form and we have your display form. So your edit form allows you to edit content in your form. While your display form just displays, it just shows you content. So, and forms usually feed from our data sources. So I'm going to be adding a form now, but before that, I want to confirm Tele is following. Hi, Tele. Are you done with your list?
I'm kind of almost done. Even in national Let me just add it.
So where are you at now? Sorry.
Sorry, I'm coming. I'm trying to. I'm kind of very slow. Maybe it's because of my network.
Oh,
I'm trying to
okay.
finish up the meet.
Okay, so what I'll just do is I will just continue. Then maybe you'd watch the video, and you continue with the
I'm
other
done
stuff.
already. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. So we have a J in our class. Sorry, I don't know how to get this
Okay.
person.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I'm fine.
Okay, so this is Jane here. Hi,
Yes.
Jane. Hi, Lola.
Good morning.
So are you following?
Yes, I'm following you.
Like, are you practicing too, or you're just following?
No, I'm following. Like I'll practice later because my network is bad. My system is hanging.
All right, no problem. It's
I think
fine.
because of the network. Okay.
Okay, you're welcome, though. You're
Sorry.
welcome.
No, I'm done with the list. Then I've opened the major for home.
Okay. So have you created your app?
I don't know what to do.
Okay, so when you go to makethepowerapps.com, you would see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your
Yeah.
screen.
So you would see create. Select create.
All right.
Then you see Canvas app from blank. Select it.
I've done that.
So once you do that, you will give your app a name. So the name of my app is Biodata.
I want to ask a question. Why does it write tape phone and tab?
Okay, so we have tablet and phone format, or let's say layout. Yeah. So for tablet, it's going to be a wider view. Then for phone, it's just going to take the size of your phone.
I don't get. It's going to be a rider view.
Like, so you know the way tabs are. So it's going to be as wide as a tab. Like you can see it with your tab view. Then if it's a phone, it will just be a phone view. It will be small, it will be smaller, and the way you look at your phone is the way you just be looking at the app. Then for tab, you would have to maybe tilt your phone to access it or to see it.
Okay, but which one is the best view?
Okay, so the best view is your tablet view because you may want to add so many things in your screen. But if you use your phone view, it's going to just be very small, and it's just be so tiny, and you will not really enjoy the whole user interface thing. So if you want to create, use your tablet view.
All right, thank you. I just did that now.
So have you created?
Yeah, I just did it.
Okay. So can you see this screen? Like you would see a screen that says click on insert.
What is showing me? I think it's because it's my first time. It's showing me
So
welcome to Powerapps Studio.
okay.
Get salary. Should I skip that process?
Yeah, skip that process, please.
All right, no problem. So I can see your screen now.
Okay. So we've not really done much. So what we just did was to insert a label.
Okay, so I go to my label and insert it.
Yes.
Insert.
It's under insert. So click insert to see label.
Yes. Oh,
So
wait.
once
Sorry, I have a question. Why is your own showing block app and bow data? Sorry.
yeah, because I just have passed through the stage you passed. So I don't know how to put it in English. Sorry. So I
So
just click these changes now. Oh,
All right,
I
no
just,
problem.
yeah, so I just, this is what you would see once you click insert. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I've seen that also.
Yeah. So you can expand this
Mm-hmm.
and then rename the text. So you either double click to rename, or you would just come to the ribbon here, to the function tab, ribbon, and type whatever you want to type. So I'm using biodata.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I should do that now.
So after that, you would make changes to your font size. In order to do that, you go to Home.
Go to where?
Go to the Home tab. You know you're on the Insert tab now, so you move to Home tab.
Yeah, yes, I've seen that.
So can you see the 13 size? You can
Yes,
increase it. You have to increase it so it's bigger, because yeah.
yeah,
So you
sorted.
can.
I've seen it. Which one are you using? Which font size are you using?
So I use 24.
Okay, just for in order for it to get big now.
Yeah, so you can make it bigger if you want to, but I'm using 24.
24, so that it will be readable.
Yeah.
I
So
typed,
then you can
sorry, I typed 24 now, and
then
I think it changed to number or something. I don't understand.
no, you know you have to click on this text, on this label. If you don't click on the label, your changes will not be made.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm trying. I'm getting an error from my end. I don't know what's happening. But please.
Okay, so please can you quickly share your screen so we'll quickly look at it, then move on. Time has gone. We've spent like all day.
Okay, thank you very. I'm sorry for disturbing. I'm trying to get it. This is what I'm doing.
Okay, no, you went to insert your text inside size.
I don't get
That's why
it.
you're getting the error. So you have to remove your biodata, and can you see that you are seeing size then biodata?
Yes. So am I magnifying this one?
Okay, so you have to remove the text in this where your biodata is. Just remove everything there.
All right, I've done that.
Yeah. So the size, you can put 24 there.
I don't understand.
Okay, just go to Home. Go Home. Click on the Home tab. Then in the your 13 is not showing again. So just click on the drop down. It's empty. So click on the drop down. Then select 24. Okay. So that's it.
Oh, okay. I'm fine now. Thank you, ma.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So time is fast spent. So what I will do now is I think you will just watch the video. So I'm going to just go through everything I'm going to do. Then you continue with the video. Do you understand? Yeah, Adekoya.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I'm not going to be answering any of the questions for now. Maybe till after the class. So let me just go through what I'm about to do today, so that we have a good recording. All right. So for biodata, so for our size, we increased it here 24. Then we made it bold, semi-bold. So we can just click on this big B, make it semi-bold. After that, you will move down to your align and select center. So it is left, it's usually on the left, but once you select center, it comes to the center of the page or the canvas. Then for fill, we want to fill our label. We'll just select fill and give it any color we want. So we'll be using this color today. So after that, we want to insert our form. So we created the SharePoint list earlier. We want to insert it into our app. To do that, we are going to go to this drop down on insert here. This drop down that says more at the end is by your left. And you have your gallery, you have your data table. We are going to be inserting forms. So earlier I said we have two types of forms. We have the edit form and we have the display form. So your edit form it allows you to edit fields, and it also allows you to add rows to your data source, while your display just displays your field from your data source in a read-only form. So it means you can't make changes to it if it's a display form. But so today we're going to be using edit form. So select edit. So once you select edit, you see this box that has this cancel disk kind of, and it says this form isn't connected to any data yet, so connect to data. So in order to connect to data, you come to your properties pane. So it says data source, none. So now we do not have a data source at the moment. We are going to create one. So once you click none, you see this tab that appears. Then just type in SharePoint. So it takes us to SharePoint faster. Sorry. So once you scroll down, you see your SharePoint. We have SharePoint sites. This is Microsoft Dataverse, but we're not working with this. We're going to be working with our main SharePoint. So you scroll down and you see SharePoint. So it says add a connection. So I already have connections, but you may not have connections. So you have to click the add a connection to add new connection. So it says connect directly. So we're going to connect directly. There is cloud services. So you click connect. So it's loading. So now it's telling us that we should enter the SharePoint URL for the location of your list. So to get this, you have to go to your SharePoint site. So this is where our SharePoint site is. So you just select or copy this first, this HTTPS techsellers or SharePoint.com. Yours would not be techsellers.com. It will be, yeah, sorry, I can hear you.
How did you get to connect data source?
Okay. So in order to get to connect data source, have you inserted your form?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm using the data source by the right, this one in your properties pane. You can click on connect to data and you also get the same thing.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so you see add data.
Okay.
Then come down to connectors. So you can either scroll down to look for SharePoint or you just type it here.
Okay. Okay.
So we're using the blue icon SharePoint. You're welcome. We're not using the green one, we're using the blue one. The green one is for Dataverse.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So we would click add a connection and then connect and then paste SharePoint URL there. And then select connect. So yeah, we're going to choose the list. So our list is biodata. So you select it and then connect. So you wait for some time so it appears. Okay, so you see that it appears here under data by your left here. You see it, biodata. It's here already. So now but our data source under properties pane is still empty. So you can just come down, select the none, and you see biodata, then select it. Once you do that, it loads. Yeah. So you see that this is you can see the columns we created in SharePoint. So it's not looking really presentable. So we're going to change our columns to change the column size to 2. Yeah.
So I'm not getting access to the properties I've gone through. I didn't really see it from my end.
Sorry, please, can you come again?
I did where you see, like, I'm not seeing my form, I'm not seeing the properties.
You're not seeing your form and you're not seeing the properties.
No, I'm not seeing the properties, I'm only seeing the form. I know.
Okay. So can you share
Okay,
your screen again, please? Or you've
no,
seen it?
yes. Okay. So after that, I will now write connect data source, right?
Yes, please.
Advanced.
No, not advanced, under properties.
All right. Continue.
Okay. So you see that we've gotten our edit form. Once we play, it says no item to display. So you go back to your form, select your form, then come down to default mode. You see that it's showing edit. So we're going to change this to new. Then we'll play again. Then you see it's visible here. So after that, you see that we can type things into and type text into our boxes, into our text boxes, I mean. Yeah, and all that. So this is how your edit form will display. So we are going to fill this. Okay, we can't fill it yet. So yeah. So when we started earlier on, I showed you guys something. This is what we are aiming to. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to be inserting a submit button. So what we are doing today is basically just using all the control objects that Amalola taught us last week in our app. So the next thing we do now is we're going to insert a button. So you select button, bring it down here.
1 minute. When I install connect to SharePoint, you said we are going to use the green one. Is it connect directly to cloud services, or we are using an on-prem data gateway?
Now we're connecting directly to cloud services.
All right.
Yeah. So we're going to insert a button. So this button is going to be submit. It's going to be a submit button. Then so I'm going to include a syntax in this button so that we'll submit the form, and then I'll be able to show you how your display form would look like once you insert it. So this submit button, the syntax we're going to use, it's going to be under your unselect formula bar. Yeah, would submit the form. Yeah. So the name of your form, so it's going to be form 1. Yeah, so when we play this, so our title should be this is 001, then Amara, then phone number should be this. So gender, I will select female, then date of birth, we'll just use whatever the calendar gives us, say okay. Then occupation, that's a trainer. Then address will be Lagos. Let's just say Lagos. Then marital status, single. Nationality, Nigerian. So we are not adding anything here, so we can just submit this. So want to submit, to see no item to display. So you can close this. So now we are going to create a new screen so that we will be able to insert our display form. So to create a new screen, it's still under insert. You'll see new screen, then you see blank. So it's blank. What we're going to do is, let's just copy this from here. Our header, we'll copy our header from screen 1 and put it in screen 2. So I'm not repeating the process again. Then we also go to our insert. After mixed reality, you see this big drop down. So I'm using a smaller screen, so that's why you are not seeing my form. Most times the forms are usually in the middle, so it's either in between input and media. So because my screen is smaller, I have to go to this drop down at the back that says more to insert my gallery, data table, and forms. So now we are going to insert a display form. So it's almost the same process as when we inserted the edit form. So we'll just add our data source in our properties pane. So data source is saying none. So you select biodata. So you see that it's coming. So it's loaded. It just loaded. And this is it. Yeah. This is it. You'll see that. Sorry, I have to change our default mode. Sorry. Okay, so you see that it's really blank. There's nothing here. Change the column to. There's nothing here. There are no items here. And we can't make changes or anything. We can't make any changes. So your display mode, because we don't have, I don't think I have an item. Okay, I have an item here. coming. Okay. So it's empty, there's nothing, and you can't make changes. So you see that even when you select on an item here, the display mode, the same view, you can change it, but you have to unlock your field first to make changes to any column. So after that, since we are focusing on our edit screen, let's go back there. So since our time is fast spent, we really can't do everything we did today. So what we'll do next, we'll just create a sources screen. In order to do that, you go back to your insert, you see a new screen, and you see the sources screen. So this appears. So this was successfully submitted. So when you submit your form, it should give you a note, or it should just notify you saying that your form has been successfully submitted, instead of just being blank and all that. So you can change the text to suit you. So I will say your form was successfully submitted. You can also decide to increase the font size. So I can decide to increase my font size, and what is happening? Okay, decide to increase the font size, and then come to my screen 1. In the submit button, I can just include a navigate syntax. So we say navigate. Hey, my internet is slow. Okay. So navigate to screen 3. Okay. So supposed to. Okay, sorry, my internet is slow. I don't know why. So let's quickly add this so that we'll round up the class. So yeah, navigate screen 3. Then close your bracket. Yeah. So once I fill my form, once I fill my form and submit it, it should go to, or it should navigate to the sources screen immediately. So you won't be seeing you won't see any other screen, you just see your sources screen. Sorry, the internet is slow. Yeah, so that is all. So before we go, I'll just tell you how we would rename our screens so that it's more, you will understand what each screen is doing and how you would navigate. Because next week we're going to be looking at syntaxes, the various syntax in Power Apps. So today I just showed you navigate and I think submit too. So these two are like one of or two syntaxes examples of syntax we have in Power Automate. So there are many other syntaxes. So to rename your screen, so this is our first screen. So we can call this our biodata screen. So you can either double click to rename or you click on the ellipsis and you would see rename. Yeah. So you see rename here, then click on rename. So screen 2 is edit. I don't think we need to do that. So let's just change it to say edit screen. So rename. This is display screen. Display screen. So for the last one, screen 3 would be our success screen. Success screen. So we have 3 screens and you can move your screens however you want them. If you want to move your screen to the top, you can click on the ellipsis and you just move up. You see that our success screen moved from below display screen. So if you want it to move down, you still click on the ellipsis and you move down. So after this, you would save. You have to go to your file and you see the cloud, you see your textiles biodata, then you can just save. So it has most of the things you need have been selected for you. The only thing you need is to just select save. Or if you want to change your name, you can change your name before selecting save. So it's saving to Powerapps. So last week, so after saving, just click the back arrow, takes you back to your screen. So last week, Lola told us how to do the saving thing and all that. So we just created a very simple app that submits to our SharePoint list. And you see, so this is what I filled. So we have Amara, we have gender, female, we have date of birth, we have occupation. So you see that we just created a simple app. Where is? Can't find my. Okay, this is it. Yeah. So a one screen app, and you see that once you fill the form, it submits directly to your SharePoint list. So next class would look at how to create a login screen by including images and buttons and navigating to other screens. And we would also look at syntaxes. So the various syntax we use in Power Apps, there are a lot of them. There are so many of them. So even as we are just starting, we would not really need to use each and every one of them. You just need to use a few of them for beginner stage. So I'm going to Yeah, so before we go, do we have questions? Sorry. Telly, Adekoya. Do we have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay, so
And what do I want to ask?